The dazzling, spectacular Grand Palace is undoubtedly the most famous landmark in Bangkok. It's one must-see sight that no visit to the city would be complete without. It was built in 1782 and for 150 years was the home of the Thai king, the royal court and the administrative seat of government. The Grand Palace of Bangkok is a grand old dame indeed, that continues to have visitors in awe with its beautiful architecture and intricate detail, all of which is a proud salute to the creativity and craftsmanship of the Thai people. Within its walls were also the Thai War Ministry, state departments, and even the Mint. Today, the complex remains the spiritual heart of the Thai kingdom. The Grand Palace. Within the palace complex are several impressive buildings including Wat Phra, Temple of the Emerald Buddha, which contains the small but famous and greatly revered Emerald Buddha that dates back to the 14th century. The robes on the Buddha are changed with the seasons by the King of Thailand, an important ritual in the Buddhist calendar. Thai kings stopped living in the palace around the turn of the 20th century, but the palace complex is still used to mark all kinds of other ceremonial and auspicious happenings. Layout and orientation of the Grand Palace. The palace complex, like the rest of Ratcha Island, is laid out very similar to the palaces of Ayutthaya, the glorious former capital of Siam, which was raided by the Burmese. The outer court, near the entrance, used to house government departments in which the king was directly involved, such as civil administration, the army, and the treasury. The Temple of the Emerald Buddha is located in one corner of this outer court. The central court is where the residence of the king and halls used for conducting state business were located. Only two of the throne halls are open to the public, but you'll be able to marvel at the exquisite detail on the facades of these impressive structures. The inner court is where the king's royal consorts and daughters lived. The inner court was like a small city entirely populated by women and boys under the age of puberty. Even though no royalty currently resides in the inner court, it is still completely closed off to the public. Despite the proximity of the Grand Palace and Wat Phra, there's a distinct contrast in styles between the very Thai Temple of the Emerald Buddha and the more European-inspired design of the Grand Palace, the roof being the main exception. Other highlights are Borom Hall and Amarinda Hall, the original residence of King Rama I and the Hall of Justice.